Oh shit, I fucked up.
Do you want to introduce him? And Lawrence Washington location. Real time updates. Please stay on top of that. Make any size directions below. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't update the president. Yeah.
Hey!
There. $6 meal deal is back. You get ice or coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, then 6 toasty hash browns. It's the biggest deal in breakfast. Don't get a $6 meal deal.
Damn, old boy. Fucking naughty.
Live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's Houston going up against Mars. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to roll. Starting on the mound in this one, Hunter Brown. What do we need to know here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Okay, all set to go. Now the left fielder, Tim Raines. And a foul ball.
Receivers only working with all of them every time. This is different. It's hard. I can't explain, but it's for good cause.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 1-1.
Babe, is that my plate on top of the stove?
Just missed.
All stations.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Now the third baseman, Josh Smith.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
First pitch misses. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
And out number 1 on the grab. Stepping in, Bernie Williams. And he's the home run leader on this team, singing. Fouled off, he was late. Raines, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Runner on the go. In there for strike 3. Go to second. Out there. Bottom of the first. Now it's going to be Ellie De La Cruz. That one foul.
more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
Puts it away for the out. Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Donovan. Ball 1 there. Lee, he gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard. Not to mention the fact, not too many hits either. That's off the inside corner. Now 2-0. Even some of the best guys in the sport are going to give up home runs from time to time, and he's an exception.
Yeah, and even with those home runs, if you're throwing strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
Reigns makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. You look at what the elite pitchers do. They strike hitters out, they limit walks, and they limit the ball going out of the park. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. All set for the start of the inning. Luis Ariz stands in. Brown back to work. And delivers outside. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing, a high fly ball, well struck. Williams going back on this one. On the warning track, and hauls it in. Here's the catcher, Mike Piazza. And misses inside. No score here in the second. Next pitch in the dirt. And that's ball 2.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Outside ball 4.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk and
selling it 175.
swinging at something out of the zone.
50.
Clemente in the
Yeah.
box now. No balls in a strike. Swing and a ball driven out
this
to
week.
center. Back there. Gone out to the grass hill for a homer. A soaring shot to
Yeah,
center.
but I won't have no need for the PS Portal, but yeah.
Ryan Dozier now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Struck him out swinging.
Yeah.
Catch up to the heater. 2 outs, bases empty. Jamer Candelario, the next to hit. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss. Candelario, in his 8th season, 31 years old. He's usually a third baseman, but today he's a designated hitter. Next offering is
I know.
A little bit of a day off for him. Instead of being at the hot corner, he can just kind of put the batting gloves on, hold the bat as he sits on the bench waiting for his time to hit.
Hold on.
cut on and miss. Back here at Busch Stadium, and here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Williams under it. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
He was all over that first base fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty.
There's so much Clemente could do at the plate and in the field.
So the foul ball makes it 1-2.
Why don't you look up the model of your laptop? Then you can see what it all is.
About the only thing Clemente didn't have was elite speed.
Type in the serial code and the name of your laptop. Yes.
The inside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounds one to short. Story. The throw to first. That takes care of Clemente. 2 down, base is empty. And now, Wyatt Langford. Swinging a foul straight back. Roberto's #1 tool had to be his rocket arm. The bat's not far behind, though. Tremendous opposite field power. Swings through that one for strike 2. Breaks his
we didn't do it
back,
short.
Story. He's got it, and
I know.
that'll end the inning.
I know. Oh, really?
Back here in St. Louis, and the batter will be the shortstop, Trevor Story. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
I see in 2000, it's in the air. In 2001,
Just missed.
Two
they murdered
balls, 2
3,000
strikes.
of our citizens in cold blood.
That one misses, and now it's 3-2.
What the fuck have we done about it?
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works long. So the lineup flips over at the plate. Tim Raines.
Targets. Do your fucking job. Bring me people to kill.
You know, this group of hitters do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan.
Wow, you sick.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Back to work, 3-2 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Second walk of the game for him.
No.
Man, he's been really patient.
Mom!
He's sticking to it.
Jay, hurry up then. We out.
Smith.
Let me fire you?
Is in now and watch
Do
it.
you point? Oops.
That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gets him to chase after
To the
that.
Philly birthday.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Digging in, Bernie Williams. His first at bat was a strikeout. In the air, right field, Clemente. Makes the catch. 2 away.
You scared?
Now the batter now, Luis Arias. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. The other way. And a base hit right there. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe.
Well done, drives in the run. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumping, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Fouled off left side.
Hey, it's still early in this ball game, but you know this at bat right here could be a big factor in the outcome.
Well, that's a strike. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Ralph Kiner. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Gross,
As
dude.
you probably noticed, haven't been
Yeah.
showing the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times.
Yeah.
I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters
He'll
are
get
swinging
dropped out of his asshole.
80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Smith. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, it should be a good outing for him.
Strike 2. That one missed. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Top of the zone for a called strike.
State your request.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Off the mark there. And the count 1-2. Swings through that. Back here in St. Louis, out of the 4th. And now Roberto Clemente. He was late there, strike 1.
0-1.
Swings and misses. And that is strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And it skips into dirt.
I need a couple of $1,000. Full or max.
Got him swinging. Here's the second baseman, Brian Dozier.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put more of a fight in this one.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
1's the count.
Come on, who's Mlb? Come on, out of
Here's a high chopper. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Now batting Jamer Candelario. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a pop-up foul and a play off to the right side. They'll find the stands. And that's
What a game, babe. It's Billy the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now, Ellie De La Cruz. In the air out to center. Touches down, that's a hit. And a good start to the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And a big swing and a miss. Runner at second, nobody out. And a foul ball. And the next pitch is way outside. Cut on and miss, struck him out.
Perfect.
His 3rd of the game.
I thought he was choking. It scared me.
Center fielder Bernie Williams flying to left his first time. Late swing fouled off. Way out front for strike 2. 1 out, the runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Pete Alonso. Fly to center his first time. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Here comes a pitch. Check swing, went around. And the count 1-2. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond. And that's it. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's Story now. Palmer back to work. And that one fouled out. Palmer goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup.
Nice. Really nice. What do you think?
And a swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. He just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
I think I would choose this one.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time to get him, 1 away on the strikeout. Back to the top of the lineup. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Tim Raines. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
One down, base is empty. The changeup missing, and the count is 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. One out, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Now the third baseman, Josh Smith. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
0-2.
Making 4 strike. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the right fielder, Roberto Clemente.
I'm pitching right now. When it switches, I'll run out there. I need to know where they're at, though.
Well, these guys just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Fly ball center field. Williams on his way over. Corrals it. One up, one down. Now here is Wyatt Langford. 0-1 with a fly. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Out to short. Story. Slings to first in time.
Well, Blue, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Not picking up Sis tomorrow or no?
Takes ball one off the plate. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. He tried to jam him inside with the cutter, and he got it in there, but I have a feeling he was sitting on that pitch, that location, because he was all over.
Well, she wants to go to the first ball. That's fine.
All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6.
Oh, shit.
Now at the plate, Bernie Williams. There's the strike.
1-1.
And that's a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Luis Arias.
Come on, guys. Face game.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Damn it. I already struck out twice. Pitch it, I think I got. Oh, no. Pop fly.
Langford right there to make the grab. 2 down. Mike Piazza will hit next. On the ground to first. The tag, and he's out. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to him. Cal Raleigh. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That's a little bit low.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Story on the move. He's got it. Now there's one away. And here is Ellie De La Cruz. 1 for 2. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first, digging for two. And he beats it. He's safe.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing on the first play. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on.
Oh, now this ball gets down. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-1. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Bernie Williams. First pitch, not close.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's...
You're going to start working on the cardio by itself.
The tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Down the line, and it's foul. Right side, Clemente sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's two away. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 0 for 2 in this one. Not even close there. Ball one. And another ball. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
I love that swing, and I'm sure his hitting coach does even more. Took a pitch right on the low outside corner of the zone.
Andres Munoz gets the call from the pen.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a
Or send me back to DC and explain
big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting. And here is Wyatt Langford. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit, likely to score two. And that's in for a strike. And that one upstairs, ball one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. Donovan, the runner at third. Alonso over at second. Pro Armstrong at first. 2 out of the inning.
Bases loaded here. If he walks some, probably not the worst thing because
Swing and a line drive. Base hit it.
Wow.
1 run's in. 2 runs are in. Across is the runner from first. 4-3, they take the lead.
just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
In the air, center field. Williams makes the grab, and that ends the inning. Back here in St. Louis, and now the right fielder, Roberto Clemente. Fought off foul. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball, that's out.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how
he don't
to attack
care.
him in the box.
He'll throw it right on my fucking head.
Next offering is
Find it over there.
Man, oh man.
The ball over there by Chief.
That pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Find it.
And a swing.
Find it.
And they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh.
Got
Here's the
it.
second baseman, Ryan Dozier. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Swings and misses.
1's the count.
Trying to hold a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just off the inside corner. 2 balls,
Outside,
2
yeah.
strikes to count.
I smelled it when I got home.
Ground ball.
Dang, guy, what the
He
hell?
steps on the bag, and that quickly 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Jamer Candelario, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the slider
said, "Oh."
just misses.
Yeah.
And that's outside.
Die. Huh? He does talk a lot.
A little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Bro, I felt so bad when that spatula fell on him. I turned and saw it falling, and before he even made, like, he was like, I was already fucking wiping his fucking neck off and everything fast as fuck, bro, yeah. I'm honestly probably what saved him from getting burned. Because I saw it falling, I grabbed him, just wiped him off quick. Babe, my thumb I broke, all right here is all inflamed from that fucking, from putting that sweet stuff together. It hurts bad. Huh? No, it's just, there was a lot of little, like, fucking little small stuff I had to put together. Ask Booger, she watched me the whole time.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
And they'll do it again.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. Foul ball there. Swings through that. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. The next pitch misses. Now 1-2.
Let me know he's about to be,
Just missed.
1 down, base is empty.
18 months,
Bounce it
yeah.
off, still 1-2. And down on strikes. And there's 2 away. So digging in, Ellie De La Cruz.
My chonky.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1's the count.
That's a strike.
Wow!
This to center field. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Back here in St. Louis for the top of the 8th. Here's Trevor Storm.
I know. I'll start him. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Bootsy. Over there.
Late that time.
So is my ball.
He normally does damage
Give me my
on that
party.
pitch in that location.
Struck him
Be
out
careful.
looking.
Boosie.
Next to hit, Tim Raines. A couple of walks and a
Careful, you okay?
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
That one way inside.
Get it.
Not showing great command
I
so
go
far.
under the couch.
2-0 count. He's got to execute
What?
here, or this could get ugly.
He makes the catch.
Ah.
Down to number 2.
No, dog, you lose it.
0 for 3 in this one.
Babe, can you see his ball over there?
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
It is. That's why I asked if you can see it over there.
Get that front foot down early. Maybe you just spread out.
Mommy, get it. Look at mommy.
2 outs. Swing and a ground ball. De La Cruz tosses the first, and that is that.
Turn that fan back on.
Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
From the other side.
Hendricks back to work. Hendricks in his 11th season, 31 years old, and he's a native of Australia. Up and in, and the count now 2-0.
No strike.
Donovan tries to check his swing. Now a look to third.
Mommy getting it, nigga.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
3 balls, 1 strike.
There's the swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
So up next, Bernie Williams.
So a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most of.
A little out of front there as he swings through it.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out.
This one in the air. Dozier.
I'm gonna go to bed.
And puts the squeeze on that
I'll
one.
go her need help
And
to
there's it away.
fixing her bed.
Good hard fastball. Up at the
Nombre.
Good night.
Look really
Make her ass go fucking do it herself, dude.
Run around the move. Strike in there. Saves it second, and he easily steals the bag. In the air to left, down the line. Raines under this one. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and the throw's off line, safe at third.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99. Hacks it.
No, get out of water.
And we're back. Here's the center field.
Daddy.
Bernie Williams. That's a big swing and a miss.
Well, you can't offer up that pitch in an 0-0 count. It's a strike, but not every strike is a good strike early in the count.
Obviously, this is stupid. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I ain't holding that shit after what happened the other day. I guess you gotta realize how much pressure is built up in the team. All of a sudden it just comes out all together. Yeah, water. Hurry up.
Rowley down to first with it. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. He's 2 outs away. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Ouch.
Timeout. Ball got him right there.
Now here is Mike Piazza. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. Just missed.
1-0.
Swing and a miss. And 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
It's amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Now it's the right fielder, Roberto Clemente.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with the real threat of the plate looking to do damage.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
This could end it. Pitch misses outside. Ball 2. And that one missing low.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. And the final score here, 4-3. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show,
Oh, Booger! Why you throw at him hard for? Huh? Well, what the heck, man? You okay? Are you okay? Look at me. You okay? Sissy hit you in the head? Are you okay? Stand up. You okay? Are you sure? You okay? Since he got you in the head hard. Go find mommy. Hey, mommy. Go find her. Tell her Sissy hit you in the head. Don't throw it at him though, babe. What?
And here is Sosa to the plate. Both 2 in this one.
One ball, no
You know,
strike.
these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right
Run,
there.
die, go get him!
Morning, George. 21 days. It's been 21 days since we found the house. Nothing's happened.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Myers tracks it down for the out.
Yeah.
Maya, it's Steve. Swing by. I want to show you something.
Okay.
Okay, you can leave it pause for now, but we're going to play through that
Hey.
straight. Maya, come see.
Yeah.
And
This is for a few minutes, okay? So remember, we've got 2 males, 2 females, 7 kids.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm saying that's Bushra, the brother's wife.
back to
Well, how do you know gender?
just off the
Well, look,
outside
this is a
edge.
clothesline right there for laundry. Men don't mess with the wash. Okay, now watch. It takes her about 4 seconds to move from there to the front door, so she's on the older side.
In the
What's
air,
up,
right
then?
side.
Those are kids. They're shuffling around, sword fighting or something with sticks. You can see their height relative to this. These are cows, so they're probably between 7 and 9. Boys, definitely.
Your female's moving fast.
Okay, that's what I want to show you. Can we pause this, please? That's not the same lady. That's female number 3.
So you found 2 males, 3 females.
That's correct.
Not close with that one.
So if there are 3 females, there ought to be 3 males. Observant Muslim women live with their parents or with their husbands. We think there's a 3rd family living in the house. So this 3rd male that you've identified as possibly Bin Laden, I give up all hope of seeing a photograph of him. Hope? Yeah.
Sammy
You give up your hope.
digs in
Write that
now.
out. And we scan for heat signatures. And we can't validate if it's a man or a woman up there.
Maybe a 2-ball, 5.
We talked about borrowing a pinhole camera, but there's a high risk of discovery. We found a safe house. We can't get a vantage point to fire a telescope over the balcony wall. We have explored the possibility of digging tunnels, of sending hot air balloons, of rerouting supply C-130s to take a peek, but that might be too alerting. We've looked for ways of collecting available DNA from his trash, looking for his toothbrush, but they burned the trash. We started a vaccination program. Send a doctor to the house, see if he can pull blood.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. 0-1.
But that didn't work out. We thought about sending a guy with a bucket to pull a sample from the sewer to analyze his fecal matter. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
This looks like extra bases, headed for the plate.
Sample.
He'll score.
And exactly the voice confirmation on the phone. You don't make telephone calls from the compound. We pull this don't have a line.
And I'm also going to give up hope that he might ever get in that white SUV.
First pitch, just misses.
If it's thin, don't they get groceries?
The unidentified 3rd male does not get groceries. He does not leave the compound. He does not present himself for photographs. He needs fresh air. He paces around beneath a great arbor.
And there she's downstairs. It is 2-1.
This is a professional effort to avoid detection. That real tradecraft. The only
To the right center, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner around second. Coming home.
One to them.
He'll score easily, and now he scrambles back to second safely.
A 40% chance that the unidentified third man is a senior Al-Qaeda operative. But they also said there's a 35% chance he's a Saudi drug dealer. 15% chance of Kuwaiti arms flow. 10% chance one of the relatives of the brother.
Basically, we agree with you. The house screams security. It screams someone who wants privacy.
First
It
pitch
even screams bad
misses.
guy, but it does not scream Bin Laden.
You get the point. If you can't prove it's Bin Laden, at least prove it's not someone else. Like a drug dealer.
On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feet, there's 1, and that's 2.
You know we lost the ability to bring them when we lost the detainee program. And then we're supposed to
He's 2 for 2.
some guy getting homes all wired up. He'll just tell his lawyer to warn Bin Laden.
Meyer back to work.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
And that drops in for a strike.
Successful drug dealer never have dealt drugs. He has no internet access to the house. He makes no phone calls, either in or out. Who's he selling to? Who's he buying from? How's he making his money?
And stays
Anything
alive.
to say?
Babe.
He's retired, I'd say.
You know, bump on my eye.
Where's
Right here, no, look.
Cage with the Falcons.
It's not on my eye. It's in my eye.
To the 2 cities
Feel it right there.
most associated with that have nothing particularly to do with heroin production.
The president is a thoughtful guy.
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
Dang, that's not good.
On the ground, a second might be 2. Here's Edwards for 1, and they get him easily at first.
That's not good, babe. That's not good.
Sammy Sosa now the play. 2 in this one.
What do you think is political? This was political. We'll be having this conversation in October and there's the next month. This is true.
And there's a rocket into the outfield.
You get cancer in your eye?
Quickly, first and second now with nobody out.
Questioned under duress.
And here is Sosa to the plate.
And remind you that I was in the room when your old boss pitched WMD a rock. At least there you guys both
And that misses. 1-0.
Quit being mean, big sissy booger.
On a line, base hit. And it's now first and second to start the inning. And up next for Chicago, Sammy Sosa. Both 2 in this one. Meyer back to work. Right on that fastball.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you get one on a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
0-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And here is Sosa to the plate. That one's in there, going 1.
That's a ball.
Technically, these don't exist.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Technically, these don't exist. I actually tried to kill this program a couple of times.
And he grounds one back up the
They've
middle.
gone through a special round of testing, and they have excellent radar defeat. We just haven't tested with people in them yet. You'll notice the stealth panels.
Sammy Sosa
It's slower in Blackhawk, finds the offense and the stability, but it can hide.
So, Excuse me, what do we need this for in Libya?
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
There are two narratives about the location of Osama bin
This is
Laden.
up and in.
The one that you're most familiar with is that UBL is hiding in a cave in the tribal areas, and he's surrounded by a large contingent of loyal fighters. But that narrative is pre-9/11 understanding of UBL.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Entry, access to communications, so that he can keep in touch.
Corner on at first, nobody out.
You can't run a global network of interconnected cells from a cave. We've located an individual we believe based on maintaining
and it's a full count.
It's been
So
Laden.
here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag and get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
That one of the other occupants of the house
He's notched 4 strikeouts.
is UBL.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Meyer back to work. Slider right there.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still trying to get that ground ball double play.
And there's a base hit.
Okay, so how do you know it's been Laden?
Lead runner holds up. Here at first and second with nobody out.
We lost a couple of guys.
Totally understand. Bin Laden uses a courier to interact with the outside world. By locating the courier, we've located Bin Laden.
It's really the intel. That's it.
You're taking your belt for all your beautiful shit. I wanted to drop a bomb. But people didn't believe in this lead enough to drop a bomb. So they're using you guys as canaries in the theory that if Bin Laden isn't there, you can sneak away and no one will be the wiser.
The right-hander back to work.
But Bin
The
Laden
other way,
is there.
foul.
Mama.
And you're going to kill him for me.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
I don't think we're going to kill. There's the time.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Here's Edwards for 1. How about that double play? And here is Sosa to the plate.
I'm about to look the president in the eye. And what I'd like to know is
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
I remember Iraq WMD very clearly. I funded that. I'll tell you the case for that is much stronger than
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up
deal
his 5th strike.
deal probability, and I'd say there's a 60% probability.
Here.
So up now for Chicago, Sammy Sosa.
I'm at 80%. They're up second luck against
Meyer back to work. Inside almost got
guys ever
it.
agree on anything?
Well, I agree with Mike. We're basing this mostly on DTE reporting, and I spent a bunch of time in those rooms. I'd say
Next
the
man is in for a strike.
Virtually started. I'm just not sure it's been Laden.
Well, this is a little bit of a
Yeah,
closer
there's
puck,
no-
isn't it?
2-1.
I'd like to know what Maya thinks. We're all incorporating her assessment DARS.
100% he's there.
To short, could be 2. Here's
I never
Lopez for 1.
no certainty
And they
because
turn
you
it
guys
into
are
play.
They're all cowed.
What do you think of the girl?
I think she's fucking smart.
We're all smart, Josh.
Okay, hold up. Four.
Over 60 yards. Revitalize.
Can I join you? How is the food down here anyway?
It's okay.
How long have you worked for the CIA?
12 years. I was recruited out of high school.
And do you know why we did that?
I don't think I can answer that question, sir. I don't think I'm allowed to answer.
What else have you done for us? Besides Bin Laden?
Nothing. I've done nothing else.
Well, you certainly have a flair for it.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning.
Yeah.
And here's Sosa to the plate.
You're just fucking around and jump up on 2 games.
There you go.
Turned on, but foul wide of third.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
But Osama bin Laden.
Lopez makes the grab, one away.
Yeah. What part of history?
Sammy Sosa, the next custody hit.
That's the kind of concrete data point I'm looking for. I'll tell you, buddy, her confidence is the one thing that's keeping me from getting asked raped in a Pakistani cruise. I'm going to be honest with you, bro.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
You know anything we talked about? It's gonna
$50. $50. $50. Lucky shot. No.
Looked like it was a little bit up. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Late on that fastball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And now 2-2. Line drive. That's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. And here is Sosa to the plate. Both 2 in this one. Ball 1, no strikes. Runner takes off. Ball misses. And safe. It's a stolen base. Man at second. And that one fouled off. Swings through that one.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone. That slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Next pitch is outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Yes, sir. Yeah.